Happy 2021! Cheers, Happy New Year's. I never say that. I never say Happy New Year's, and it just came out of my mouth. What is that? Happy New Year. And welcome to the vision board party of 2021. So I'm actually recording this for YouTube, but I figured, like, what the heck, I'll go on Instagram Live. So welcome. This will definitely be replayed because this was a total spur of the moment thing where I decided to do it up on Instagram. And honestly, one of my personal challenges for 2021 is to go live on Instagram more and engage with you guys and hang out and have fun. Happy New Year. I know I just said Happy New Year's too. Happy New Year. Hey, Zana. So I'm recording this for my YouTube and it will be up there, but I will hang out with you guys on Instagram as I record my vision board party and we create our vision for 2021 and beyond. So this is my version of a vision board, and it doesn't even have to be a board per se, and I'll get into that in a hot second. But if you want to hang out and you want to join me, this is what you need. You need a notebook and a pen, something to write on, or just a piece of paper, whatever. You need your phone or your iPad or your laptop because we're gonna go on Google and Pinterest to look up images. And then grab your favorite beverage. Honestly, this is champagne and grapefruit juice and obviously a fresh grapefruit slice. I bought this bottle of champagne on New Year's Eve, which I spent by myself, well, with Knox, my cat, on the couch, and we definitely didn't make it to New Year's. And I barely finished my glass of champagne, my one glass of champagne. So I have an entire bottle left and I thought, what the heck? Cheers, vision board party, let's go. And threw on a red lip, and here we are. So yes, so a notebook, something to write with, a piece of paper. Totally jump in if you want to now if you're not doing anything. It's a random Sunday afternoon that I'm recording this, so let's hang. So a phone, something to go online with to get pictures that you're gonna save, and then grab your favorite beverage, and honestly, just like undistracted attention. Just give yourself the gift of being present and doing this. Turn off the TV, turn off the radio, the podcasts, disconnect from your phone other than to do this vision board. So we're gonna get into it in a bit, but honestly, the first step to creating a vision board is to create your vision. We're just going to bring colorful visualizations and pictures to what's already the desire for you inside. But the desire for you inside may be something that you haven't connected with for a long time. I feel like as an adult, we forget how to dream, we forget how to get excited about possibility without editing our own mind, right? Like we're constantly bringing that realistic or cynical mindset to, well, I don't know how that's gonna happen, or that's so unrealistic, or that couldn't happen to me. And we totally just edit it out before, and maybe even squash our dreams because right now they feel scary, they feel very intangible. It's hard to picture ourselves actually having that or living in that way. And so it feels very distant and unfamiliar and foreign. And often what are those things to us we think are unattainable, or we don't deserve them, or we don't know how to get that, so that is not meant for us. And the thing that I want to invite you to go into this in doing is anytime you feel your mind editing your thoughts or your self-limiting beliefs telling you that's not something that's for us, Christine, I want you to just recognize it and just set it, just be like, thank you, but we're gonna set you aside for this project, and we're just gonna have fun. We're just gonna let our imaginations go crazy. We're gonna dream big, we're gonna get excited, we're gonna let ourselves just kind of go a little bit over the top, even in some respects, and just like do what brings a humongous smile to our face, or maybe gives us that little feeling of butterflies, or like makes us laugh and be like, I have no idea how this is gonna happen, but how cool would it be if ... So that is the other thing I want you to bring to this, your unedited imagination. Your Untamed. If you haven't read Untamed by Glennon Doyle, must read. Just bring your untamed, just take it off. Take off all those indoctrinations, all those realistic mindset limiting belief BS, and just let yourself go with this, okay? And we're gonna write out together without any editing. We're just gonna let whatever comes to our heads come onto the page. So there's a few different ways that you can start this. You can meditate, you can take a few days to kind of like simmer and let what's essential to you come to the surface. Honestly, over the last week or so, I kind of like checked out from social media because it can be very distracting. I mean, I think we all feel that way, and it can be we can get lost in it. We can get distracted by it. And so I sort of checked out over the last week or two, and I allowed myself to disconnect from the social and connect to me. And I did a lot of nature walks. I let myself journal. I started meditating, and basically I started living with the intention of what I do want to bring into 2021. So there's many ways you can begin this, right? You can let meditation lead you. You can let just being in silence lead you. You can let journaling lead you. But I kind of wanted to do this along with you. And so I have a few prompts that will get the juices flowing, I hope. So I'm actually going to do this in real time with you. So this is going to be a long one. So buckle in, like go take a bathroom break, get yourself something to drink, and get yourself something to write with, and we're going to get into it. So the first thing we're going to do together is get our thoughts clear on what's important to us, what is essential, what we care about, and what we want to bring not only into 2021, but beyond that. So I want to be clear that this, with vision boarding, it's going to be a mix of dreams and goals. The difference between a dream and a goal, and this is something that I only learned in the last couple of years. So a dream is like huge. A dream is big. It's crazy. It's scary. It's like, how the hell could that actually happen? I have no idea anything about that, but there's something about that idea, that dream, that feels exciting, that feels incredible, and that perks me up. So a dream is big. It's scary. You don't know how you're gonna do it, but you're like, that would be, imagine if that happened. Oh my God, that would be so cool. So that's a dream. A goal is small, teeny, baby steps. A goal is broken down, little bite-sized pieces that eventually, with intention, would lead to maybe that dream happening. Maybe. But the goals are small. The goals are measurable. The goals are specific. The goals are where we get nitty-gritty in detail. So for instance, let's just say, okay, it's a big dream of mine. Ready? I'll share something with you. A big dream of mine is to spend 2 weeks in St. Moritz, which is in the mountains in the Swiss Alps. It's incredible. It's beautiful. The Swiss Alps are literally one of my most favorite places I have ever been. I've only been once in my life, and it has never left me. So I've not been to St. Moritz, but that is a huge dream of mine. I want to go. I want to spend 2 weeks. I want to be with the people I love the most there, and I want to just completely vacation and not work, not nothing. Just completely be in the mountains and totally present. And I don't know how the heck that's gonna happen from where I'm sitting right now, but that's the dream. So a small goal towards that would be saving $100 a week and putting it into a separate account to be my vacation fund for that. Maybe. Or it could be looking up how much it costs to fly there. It could be, one goal could be getting in touch with the people that I envision going with and planting that idea out there. So obviously travel is limited when I'm making this video here in 2021, but my dream includes all of the world being safe and all of my people being safe and travel being open again, obviously. So that's just an example. So dreams are big and crazy, and I don't know when that could be even possible to happen again, but I am confident in my visualization that it will. And the goal could be so many different directions of how to potentially make that dream come into a reality. So I want your vision board to be full of goals and dreams. Maybe the goals are small and specific for 2021, and maybe the dreams are huge and crazy and you don't know when they're gonna come to fruition. Maybe this year, maybe 10 years from now. But the thing is to acknowledge it, and then we're gonna have fun finding pictures to represent all of that. All right. So I'm gonna take you guys through a few different, I'm gonna do this together with you. So we're gonna just like go through some life categories to help get the thoughts flowing and the juices flowing so that you can start to write and allow these visions to come to the surface. So the first category we'll do is health and fitness. What does health mean to you? What does being fit mean to you? How do you want to feel physically and mentally in your health and fitness? What is important to you? Is it important to you to get out in nature and connect? Is it important for you that you always had a dream to run a marathon, to lift a certain amount of weight, or to have your performance, your squat, your form, your deadlift, whatever, look a certain way, to have your body mobility, be able to do a split or kick your leg up to the top of your head? I don't know. These are all things that I'm going to have you guys journal on, and I'm going to write as well. So we'll take like about 2 minutes or so to do this. Something I also like to recommend, I'm not going to put it on because YouTube will take the video down, but having some music on in the background. Guys, music is so freeing, and I'm going to get into a second how music is going to help you with your vision, just like keeping your vision board fresh in your mind throughout the year. And so if you have some music, some good feeling music that you want to put on in the background as you're doing this, I totally recommend that. All right, so take your pen to paper. What visions, remember, unedited, totally let your imagination run wild, health, fitness. Let's go. 2 minutes. And you can always pause this video. I know we can't on Instagram, but you guys on YouTube, pause the video and take as much time as you need. Guys, join us if you are feeling in the vision board vibes. We'll just go another minute, unedited, totally free. Go for it. And share some of your answers with me too. I would love to hear. So you could write them in the comments below or right here with me. So just some of my examples that come up are, and I stay away from, I talk about this all the time, but I stay away from any weight, any size, numbers. That's not the sort of vibe that I am focused on. So a number on the scale or a certain size is more limiting to me and restrictive and doesn't really represent what I want to feel. So I would advise even to you to stay away from like numbers on the scale or certain size, dress size or whatever, and focusing on instead how you want to feel about yourself, within yourself, all that great stuff. Some of my examples for my health and fitness goal are be able to do 10 strict pull-ups, taking a cycling trip throughout Europe, so going from, different countries in Europe and literally cycling the whole time, hiking, a hiking trip in the mountains out west in the Pacific Northwest, having sustained solid energy all day long, getting up at 5 a.m., rested, energized, getting 7 to 8 hours of restful recovery sleep every night, and eating quality, sustainably sourced, local, environmentally friendly foods, produce, meat, all of that. Those are big health and fitness goals for me over the next year and onward. So the next category is your intellectual life. So what do you want to learn? How many books would you like to read? What kind of books would you like to read? Any seminars that you would like to attend? Skills that you want to attain, work on, learning a language, playing piano, being able to have a debate about who knows what, or an intelligent conversation about whatever, fill in the blank. Certain classes you want to take, skills that you want to learn, cooking, what else? How to use marketing, if you're going to take it in the business realm, functional medicine, if you're going to take it into the science and biology realm, investing, stocks, all things like that. So let's take a couple minutes and I'm just going to have you jot down. I'm going to add to my list because always things are coming up, always. Remember, unedited, just let your brain fly. Whatever comes to your mind, just write it. Don't try and edit it now. I had forgot about these ideas that I had. So I'm so glad I'm doing this with you. Also, cheers. All right, I'll share some of my personal ideas with you and then you can continue to write. You can always pause this. So books, I want to read 12 nonfiction books this year, so one every single month. That to me feels doable. So even if it felt just like crazy and unreal, even if it was 100 books in the year, doesn't matter, write it down. Skills, reading body language is something I find fascinating. I want to learn more about that. I would love to attend a Joe Dispenza seminar. I want to learn more about investments and stocks. Real estate investing, functional medicine is something I'm currently going to school for, but there's so much to learn, and the more I know, the more I realize I don't know. And then taking it into like the green world, I really want to start composting. So I'd like to learn about that. Or I'd like to start doing it is really what it is. And then I want to plant flowering bushes and trees so that through the spring, through the fall, there is just constant bloom around the house. So hibiscus flowers, crepe myrtle trees, those are the ones that are rose bushes, things like that. That's in my intellectual life. So not only learning how to do it, but obviously executing it. The next category is emotional life. And by the way, we have 10-ish categories to go, so I'll speed it up. All right, so emotional life. What would you like your energy and happiness levels to be? How would you like to feel throughout your day, including that afternoon time when we all seem to have, a little bit of a slump? How would you like to manage your emotions? How would you like to feel your emotions? Are you feeling them now, and how would you like that to look going forward? Processing uncomfortable emotions. If you have coping mechanisms now that make feeling emotion and dealing with emotion uncomfortable, how would you like that to look going forward? Do you want to be able to cry? Do you want to be able to not go to the kitchen and stuff your face with food every time you feel an uncomfortable emotion? So where would you like that to look? Maybe you would flip that and say, I want to be able to feel my emotion and not let it take over. I want to be able to process that emotion in a healthy way, whether it's through movement or talking or journaling, meditation. Write it out. So the next, I'm going to move it along a little faster. So number 4 is character. What do you want to stand for? What values do you want to embody and live your life by? What level of integrity would you like to operate at? How do you want to show up in your life and be not only with yourself, but with other people? How would you like to respect your own boundaries and showing that in return for others? How would you like to be there for your friends, your family? Do you want to show up as more of a leader? Do you want to have more fun? Do you want to be the free-flowing, just like, I'm here and let whatever happen? And do you want to let go of your micromanaging planning side a little bit more? Do you want to dive into more of your planning side a little bit more? Do you want to show up with integrity and honesty? Do you want to show up for yourself, period? When you say you're going to do something and you follow through with it. Anticipating what others might need. Being generous with your time, your funding, your money, your contribution, your whatever. Let those juices flow. Just writing how you want that to look. How you could dream that looking. Maybe there's someone you envision that comes to mind with some of these things, and you look at the qualities that they have and how they live their life, and you realize, yeah, I want to do more of that in my own life. I want to embody more of that in my life. Put it down. Number 5 is spiritual life. So what personal spiritual practices would you like to maintain or begin? How often do you want to pray? How often do you want to meditate? How often do you want to go to your place of worship, that meeting, that service? How often do you want to stop and be with whatever higher power you believe in? And in what ways? Daily meditation, daily prayer, being in gratitude before every single meal, every time you sit down to eat. That's so powerful. Putting your trust and faith in something that's bigger than yourself, all of that. Just write down what comes to mind, even if you've tried a million times in the past, believe me, I am not great at meditating, meaning I don't do it consistently. And pretty much for every single year that I've done a vision board, I've put, I'd like to meditate every single day on that vision board. Do I meditate every single day? No. Do I still want it? Yes. And I am not stopping until that is something that is a constant in my life. I believe in it, and I want that to be something I do, part of my life. So it's on the board again this year. You better believe it. So finishing up that, and again, you guys can pause this whenever you need to add more. Okay, I don't want to rush you through this, but I do not want this video to be 3 hours long either. You know what I'm saying? Great. Okay, number 6 is love and relationships. Who do you want to be in a relationship? Notice how that's the first question. Not who do you want to be with, who do you want to be in a relationship? Who do you see yourself showing up as in your, what type of relationship do you envision having? What kind of partner do you envision being with? What type of life do you envision? How is your relationship? Is there laughter? Is there fun? Is there teamwork? Are you guys business partners? How does that look? Where do you guys want to vacation? How does your life together look? Are you surrounded by friends and family all the time, or is it just the two of you guys going off and having different adventures together? Do you stay home together? Do you work on projects? Are you building something? Do you have kids? Like, this is where you can go all in on the dream and like let yourself go nuts. And if you have specific goals because you're already in partnership with someone, amazing. Write those down. Continue to let those things come to life. Because even when the relationship is in existence, that's when we need to bring these goals and dreams and work on them with that partner even more and more. Even go so far as to describe what you guys do together to have fun. Describe what that love looks like. And as you're writing this, do you feel those emotions coming up? Those excitement, just the little butterflies in the stomach, just the feelings of gratitude, of happiness, of peace, of trust, of love. That is what we want. It is important to visualize these things, but it's not just about the visualization that we experience through our eyes that is going to make this impactful for you. It is the emotion. It is letting yourself step into that state as if those things already exist in your life, as if those experiences have already happened, as if they are happening right now in this second, where you can experience it as if it were a memory, where you can step into that feeling and embody that peace, that happiness, that love, that curiosity, that excitement, that wonder, that surrender in the moment every time your eyes appear upon your vision board or your vision screen or whatever you're going to create. The emotion is what makes this. That's what I'm talking about. And that's where the music is going to come in later. All right, number 7. Parenting vision. So if you envision you want to be a parent, or if you're already a parent, how do you want to parent your children? What values do you want to instill in them? How much time do you want to spend with your children each day, each week? I'm also going to post these in the comments below, and just so you guys have a little bit of a guide to go by, because I'm going to go through the last 4 a little quicker. Social life. What does your social life look like? How do you want to show up in your friendships? What kind of friend do you want to be? What type of friendships do you want to establish with people that are already in your life, and then brand new people as well? Oh, I'm so glad you're loving this, Sadie. Thank you. So glad that you're here. What type of activities do you want to experience with your friends? Are you tired of just going drinking with your friends? When you could go out, is all you would do with your friends go to the bar and get drunk. I feel like in America that is so common. Or now, inviting your friends over. And I start to talk myself out of it. which it's true. Like, I don't feel that I need a lot of material things. I feel that quality for me means love and health and safety and security and passion. So that's what I write in this category in terms of quality of life. 12, this is the last one, is just life vision overall. So like a little wrap up. What do you see as your grand contribution to yourself, to your life, to your community, to your family, to the world, to the planet, to your work, to your business, to your passion? Just even impacting people in a small way, individually, day by day. I think that's the easiest way to envision this as a place to begin is, how do you want people to feel? Or how do you want one person to feel after they have an interaction or an experience with you? How do you want to leave that, knowing that you showed up in that way? And then you can multiply that if you like. Okay. All right. Whew. So we went through a lot. We've been together for quite a bit already, and we haven't even gotten to the picture part. So the picture part is the easy part, I feel like, because now you get to take everything that you wrote, your uninhibited, untamed, just no holds barred imagination, and find or create images or videos or words or sounds that help you connect to that. This is not about posting this for other people. This is not about posting this to show. This is about helping yourself quickly, or whatever, quickly, but more consistently get back to those emotions that you just unleashed as we did this little visualization and journaling process. And every time you look at these images or these words or these videos, however you're going to create your vision board, and there are many ways to do it that is personal to you, whatever that looks like, it's going to get you freaking excited. It's going to start to create those emotions every time you look at this image, every time you hear that song, every time you read that word. And that is where the magic is in a vision board. It's not just about looking at this flat 2D picture and saying like, yep, like me walking down the street with the love of my life. Cool. Oh, that's a mountain. Girl on a bike. No, it's about you connecting to what that picture means for you every time you not only look at it, but you like literally take it in. You like experience what that represents for you, which is why how you're going to express your vision board is going to be different for every single person. And I will share a few ideas because I honestly, in doing some, I wouldn't say research, but just exploring for myself, like how do I want to create my vision board this year? It got me excited because I thought, wow, that's a really cool thing. And maybe that would click with me more than how I've been doing it in the past. I will say, however you choose to do it, you want it to be something that you can easily see every single day, maybe even morning and night. And you want it to be something that you can encounter. Either you pull it up on your phone, or you have visuals that you've printed, or maybe you even create a physical book. And some people make a movie out of their visuals. So something that you can easily, I'm sorry guys, champagne makes me burp. It's the bubbles. I can't help it. So something that you can easily see and that you're going to look at every single morning as soon as you wake up, like, okay, I was just about to look for my phone, and meanwhile here it is. The first thing that they do when they wake up is they turn off their alarm, and then they turn on their phone, and like either you go to your email, or maybe you turn on social media, or you look at the weather, but you look at your phone, and it's just like you're automatic. What if every morning, instead of doing that, you pulled out your vision board and you started your day looking at all of the things that get you excited to live, that get you excited to show up in your day and to do the things that you're doing, because you're like, that's what I'm working towards. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm envisioning it's going to happen. And you look at every single picture and you let the emotion arise of what each of those pictures represent for you. And that's how you start your day. 2 minutes of that, instead of 2 minutes of mindless scrolling through this bullshit social media. You can tell I love social media. It's a love-hate thing. I think most of us feel that way. Love-hate, yeah. But imagine if you started your day that way. And imagine if you closed your day in bed doing the exact same thing. And you let that be your way of unwinding and setting up your dreams. Literally, setting up the dreams that you're gonna have when you're asleep. And that is what you dream about. And then you wake up and you look at that picture again, and you do it day after day, 365 days throughout the whole year. If you want different, you gotta be different. How are you going to start being different every single day this year? Yeah, it takes work. Yeah, it takes effort, because you gotta stop being that old person. You gotta stop being the person that you've been showing up as, who's maybe amazing, I'm sure is amazing, and has gotten you here, so they gotta be pretty awesome to get you here. And instead you started to level up and you started to change little by little. Even just as simple as taking out that vision board and feeling yourself through it as you watch it every morning. That's a big change. It is, because I've been personally doing it, so I can speak from experience. It is a big change to instead pull out your Pinterest board, instead of just doing your automatic, which would, for me, be opening Instagram and just scrolling and watching people's feeds and stories and stuff like that, and then putting on a podcast, and then going in and doing my whole, brushing my teeth, washing my face, going to get coffee. I love that routine. That routine has worked for me and made me feel good, but now it's time to level up. And so I stopped opening Instagram as soon as I wake up. I have a different alarm that I wake up to now. I immediately open my Pinterest, which is where I keep my vision board, because I can just scroll through it, but I am thinking of doing something different in addition to that. And I put music on first thing in the morning. I put music on that is in a playlist that I am constantly creating and updating with songs that connect me to my vision board, that make me feel excited. So I'm getting way ahead of myself, but whatever, we'll get there. So I'm gonna backtrack for a hot second. So as you're picking out your pictures, and guys, if you're not familiar with how to Google or how to look up pictures on Pinterest, I'm not going to take you through that tutorial. There's a million YouTube tutorials on how to search for things. We don't need to do that together. Have a great time taking your vision that you just wrote down and adding to it and looking up pictures. Just logistically make a board or make a file on your phone or your computer or your iPad, and then just start saving pictures. Go through what you came up with in your vision board, little thing that we did together, and just add pictures to it. Again, totally uninhibited, totally unlimited. Let your mind and your imagination go wild. And if something pops into your mind that you didn't write down, add it. Amazing. Way to be inspired. So here, really quick, I'll show you my Pinterest board on my computer. Hello? Okay, so this is my 2021 vision board, and here we are. So these are all of the pins, pictures, quotes, words that I have added to my vision board. So we have, I'll take you through it really quick. So we have everything from having a white Jeep Wrangler or Rubicon that I'm able to drive through the snow in, walking down a Christmas light lit street with my partner, salsa dancing, cycling, being in the mountains out west, being in San Moritz and having a breakfast on the terrace, positive, amazing quotes and manifestations, having shiny, long hair. My hair does not grow. That is something I am committed to working on this year, making sure I do my cold showers, my oil pulling, having glowing, clear skin, a house by the lake, celebrating Christmas there, office vibes, teamwork vibes, business vibes, investment vibes, more of San Moritz, being in the Alps, in the snow, hiking, being in nature, exploring all different national parks that I've never been in, meditation, developing an app for the warrior team, all of that. So that is some of my personal. So I then have this on an app on my phone, obviously on Pinterest, and I will just open that first thing in the morning and I'll just scroll through it. Another option for your vision board is to literally do like the old school, whatever, new school, old school, same school, and print. Print out your visuals and cut them out. I don't advise buying magazines and doing this because I want you to be more intentional. I want you to have the visuals that you personally connect to. I want you to look at that house and say to yourself, yes, that's what my living room looks like. Not some random example or not some random word or some random person. I want this to be so personal to you that you envision yourself sitting in that chair, cozied up by that fireplace, and you're like, this is my home. So also magazines are so expensive these days. I don't know when their prices went up, but apparently the last time I bought a magazine, I was 14 years old, and that was almost 20 years ago. Wow, that's weird. Okay, let's move on from that. So print out your visuals, go Google stuff, save it to your camera, your phone, whatever. Print them, don't print them, save it to a file, save it to a folder on your phone or on your iPad, whatever. The drill. Make it somewhere that it's all consolidated in one easy to find place, whether it's on your phone or you're gonna print it. Cut these pictures out, put them on some oak tag. You could buy it at the 99-cent store. I know people who don't even do that. They just cut them out and they'll put them on the back of their door, or they'll literally put them on the wall of their closet or the wall of their office, and they just copy and paste them. They just print and paste them, print and tape them to the wall. So make them nice and big, print them, make them in color, make it something that's exciting that you want to look at every single day. I have printed these out and I am gonna do one on some oak tag that I bought, and I have things that I now want to add to it. So I'm not going to add all of these. I just wanted to print them out to have some options, and some of these I want to print a little bit larger, but I think the more realistic thing for me is to have that digital because I can just use it on my phone. Some other people will create a binder out of their pictures. So they'll literally create a binder, kind of like a scrapbooking situation. And then, so they paste the pictures onto special paper that they can then flip through in their binder. And then they'll literally write next to the picture, sort of like a script or sort of like a photo album that you would show someone and be like, this is our trip and we went here and this is where we had a date night and this is where we got to go sledding. But it's all vision board. But as you're reading it and looking through and flipping through your pages of your vision board binder, you're retelling the story of your life that hasn't technically happened yet. But in the vision and the experience inside your body, it's happening now, or it's happened already. So I think that's pretty cool. And I just get excited thinking about it, because how cool is it to, like, you think back on memories, right? And you go back into the past and you think about memories in your mind, or you'll look through past photo albums and you'll experience all the feelings of what that was like and how you felt and how wonderful or how sad that experience was, that memory. You'll miss that person, you'll see that picture. What if you did that with your future? What if you did that with a visualization of what you want to create, and you put yourself there every single time and you retold yourself that story every single time you looked at that? I just think that's so amazing. Like, I get excited just thinking about that. The last tip that I have, and this is something new for me personally, is using music. So again, with the same idea of looking through that past photo album, how amazing is music to just transport you, right? And it takes you to a moment, or it takes you back somewhere, maybe years and years ago, or having such like a sad moment, or such a joyous moment, or such a moment that just feels, just puts you in such a great mood. And music is so powerful to transport you to that place. So picking songs, picking music that correlates to some of these visions, and so that every time you listen to that song, you get transported there and you see and you feel that vision happening like a fantasy inside of your mind, like playing a movie inside of your mind. And for that 3 minutes that you're listening to that song, you're there. I just think it's the coolest thing. So this happens to me with some songs automatically. So one of the songs that happens with is Coen, Don't Stop Me Now. Hello, like, amazing song. And every time I hear this song, all of a sudden I get this vision. It just comes into my mind like a movie, where I am driving my white Jeep Wrangler in the snow with my family, love of my life, sitting in the passenger seat next to me, and we are blasting this song. There is a beautiful snow winter wonderland around us, and we're driving to our home on the lake in the mountains, and we are just singing our hearts out, listening to Coen, Don't Stop Me Now, and that vision comes to me whenever I hear this song. It literally just happened one day, and I kind of like got the chills because it was a little bit weird. I'm like, where is this coming from? And now that's where I go every time I play that song. And I play it on purpose every single day. I play it while I'm flipping through my Pinterest board as I'm looking at my vision board. And I have a few other songs. Sorry. I can't help it. I have a few other songs that when I play it, I go to that vision. And I will purposely play those songs as I'm flipping through my vision board, so that now I associate my visions with those songs. So wherever I am, whenever I am, if I'm out at the grocery store, if I'm in my car, if I'm out, I don't know, at a restaurant, sitting outside safely, socially, sometimes I will stop whatever I'm doing and I will just like even pretend I have my hands on the wheel, and that is where I am. And it's incredible. For that 3 minutes of that song, that's where I live. That's where I am. That's where I'm being. And it's wild and it's incredible. And I always come out of that feeling amazing and excited and motivated and like ready for what's next, like ready for, okay, action, boom. I don't ever feel like going to sit on the couch and put on the TV and just doing nothing after I have that vision. I want to take action towards maybe something that'll get me closer to that, because I don't really know. I can only do what I feel my intuition is leading me towards, or continue to work on the things that I am putting into place to create that vision to coming to reality, at least affording that vision to coming to reality. So it's wild, and maybe a little bit hard to get, and maybe, I don't know, if you're not relating to it, or if you just feel like this isn't for you, I totally understand. I don't know what I would think if I, saw me talking about this from your position, but that is where I feel like music can really connect. So use music as you listen to your vision board. Pick songs, create a playlist even, and put songs that just speak to you, that you just love, and that just fire you up, that give you that feeling of elation or peace or happiness or joy. And maybe it will work for you. So that's my advice on that. This has been a very long video, so I hope that if you've made it to the end, thank you, and I hope that this was valuable to you. Please comment down below, what are some of the visions that you have created, that you're putting on your board. Have fun Googling and Pinteresting. Just, allow yourself to go crazy and have a great time doing it, and just, there's very few things that we give ourselves permission to letting ourselves be taken away by. And I feel like our dreams are something that we can do that, and that feels amazing to let ourselves. So finish this board, finish whatever this vision project looks like, and then start taking action in the smallest of ways, because the smallest of ways consistently over time compound into incredible things. Thank you for making it to the end of this. Subscribe, comment, like the video if you feel so inclined. I appreciate it, and stay tuned for the next video. I will see you guys next week. Have an incredible day. Please share your vision boards with me, especially you could tag me in them if you post on Instagram and all that good stuff. Okay. Have a great day. Bye.